Welcome to this No BS review, and in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at SendValid. This is a product by Venkatesh Kumar and Visves. It's available on WarriorPlus. I'm going to take you guys inside the members area. We are going to talk about what SendValid is and what it does. Then I'm going to give you my personal opinion about SendValid. So if you're ready, let's dive right in. Before we dive in, I have a serious question to ask you. Aren't you tired of endlessly searching for ways to make money online, only to end up more confused and frustrated? You continue to buy all the get-rich-quick products on Warrior Plus, you know, the ones promising fast and easy cash, but the only results you seem to get are disappointment and an empty wallet. Plus, the overwhelming amount of information out there just adds to the chaos and confusion, making you feel lost in a sea of empty promises. But what if there was a different way? A path forward based on real skills, not just fleeting tricks. Introducing the Foundation and Success Blueprint, a free training by taking action online. This free, honest, and transparent training is your guide to real success. Inside, you'll learn what it really takes to build a sustainable, evergreen business and how simple it really is. No hype, no gimmicks. Get ready to say goodbye to the noise and hello to clarity. You can access the free training by following these 3 simple steps. Step number 1, click on a link in the description below. Step number 2, enter your name, your best email address, and click on the orange Watch Now button. And step number 3, register your free account to gain access to the training. So, stop chasing shiny object products and finally start your journey towards genuine, lasting online success. Click on the link below, sign up, and take your first step in building a real business that you can truly be proud of. All right, back to the review. All right, guys, so what is SendValid all about? Well, according to their sales page, finally cracked. Only email app to bypass the spam folder. World's first next-gen AI technology to generate, clean, and optimize the email list for 99.99% deliverability and higher open rate in 30 seconds flat. No spam, no monthly fee, no restrictions. 99.99% inbox delivery rate assured. Guys, we're going to go inside of SendValid. I'm going to tell you why this is so unnecessary and that you don't need this in order to get a higher open rate and a higher deliverability rate. So let's go inside and I'll show you around. All right, guys, we're now inside the members area of my SendValid account as usual. I've purchased the front end version of this product review for you guys so you can make the best purchasing decision for yourselves. Now, that being said, should you decide to purchase this product even after you've watched this review, please make sure you watch their training video. Yes, there's only one training video, and it's called a demo video, by the way. And if you need any help at all, open up a support desk ticket, say your prayers, and hopefully they'll get you squared away. So let's talk about SendValid. This is an app. It is another Warrior Plus app. It is a shiny object product. I'm going to tell you why this is very unnecessary. Okay, I'm going to save you the part where I give my opinion. This is unnecessary. It's a shiny object product. But let's just talk about what this is, okay? Because this is an app, and what it does is it validates whether or not an email address that you have on your email list is a valid email, okay? Because let me give you a scenario. How many times have you gone to a landing page because you want a specific downloadable PDF, right? You want that free giveaway, lead magnet. And you go to the landing page and you're like, you know what? I don't feel like getting, promoted to. I'm just going to give them a fake email address and, I'm going to get the download, right? So you enter in the fake email address. Well, the person who receives that email address is like, yes, I got it. I got an email. This is cool. But that email is a fake email, meaning that when that person starts emailing you, right, those emails bounce, they're not open for whatever reason. It hurts your deliverability. And eventually you're like, man, what a waste, because you pay, if you use a legitimate email autoresponder, then you eventually end up paying for that spot, right? So what this is supposed to do is supposed to tell you, is this valid or not valid? And you can make the choice of deleting the invalid email addresses, okay? And, those types of email addresses, by the way, they're going to squeak through, right? They're going to squeak through. I have a bunch of them, but, I'll talk about what I do in my everyday business to minimize the impact to the bottom line, okay? So they're just claiming that you can use this tool and it's going to clean up your email list, okay? So we're going to go inside the members area. I'm not going to do a demo per se because, let's face it, man, I do not like to connect any of my accounts. I don't like to upload any of my lists. I don't want to add anything to any WarriorPlus product. I don't want to put my my business in the hands of someone that charges, $17, right? Okay, so that being said, I'm just going to show you very simply what it does. If you have an email address, let's say you have, you got a lead, right? You got your first lead and you want to check, is this a real email address? All you do is you can enter in the email address here, click on validate, and SendValid, the app, will check to see if it's a valid email. And if it is, it'll say it's a valid email. So then, therefore, you can email this person. Does it guarantee that they're going to open up your email? No, it doesn't guarantee that they're going to open up anything. We're going to talk about your open rates and how you can increase those open rates, okay? But that's how you validate a single email. Now, if you have an email list, and this is the big question, right? Because I know you guys do not have an email list, okay? None of you guys have an email list. If you come to WarriorPlus buying products, you don't have an email list, right? You're a shiny object seeker. Let's just face it. Let's call it what it is. And all you're here to do is buy a cheap product that you feel, you're going to gamble, you feel is going to help you make a lot of money, okay? That's just the truth, okay? So you don't have an email list. And you can tell me, well, Ken, I've got a list of 10,000 people. Yeah, right. You built that through solo ads, and that is not a legitimate email list. And I'm going to tell you why, okay? So with solo ads, you're basically renting someone else's email list, right? You're giving them your email or your promo. They're going to write it for you, and then they send it out to your email list on your behalf. So the people who receive those emails or your email, your promo email, they don't know who you are. They don't know, like, or trust you. The key factors for a buyer, right? And so they may opt in to your email list, but they're opting in to get whatever it is that's free to see what it is that you're selling, okay? And so if you build up an email list, yeah, you may make a sale or two, all right? You may, but the main point is that you spent a lot of money trying to build an email list of people who are going to be unresponsive, okay? That's just the bottom line. That's my experience, at least, okay? Your experience might be different, okay? And if you want to try solo ads, then by all means, go for it. Your business, your choice. But again, my experience with solo ads, very, very negative, okay? And that's when I realized that, you know what? I got to start putting in the work, man, if I want to build up an email list, okay? And that starts by providing value. That's the reason why I create these videos for you guys. This is the reason why you got to subscribe to my channel and check out my videos. Share the video so other people can get an alternative viewpoint to the products that are being promoted on WarriorPlus, because most people that are promoting the products are in it just to make money at your expense, okay? They don't care whether or not you make money, okay? So you don't have an email list, but if you did, this is where you're going to upload this and you can validate it. If you want to copy and paste those email addresses in here, you can do that as well, and you can click on validate and do it that way, okay? And then under the process list, this is where you'll see all the lists that you have sent or uploaded and what their status is, okay? And it'll tell you how many valid emails you have, total, how many total emails you have, okay? So just your stats right here. So you can go back and you can find out which ones are not valid and get rid of those. All right. That's what I call list pruning. And I do list pruning on a regular basis, and I'll talk about that in just a moment. Okay. Then they have this right here, autoresponders. And this is where you can connect your autoresponder to SendValid. Now, I'm going to hypothesize why this is here. I'm going to hypothesize, okay? Because in their demo video, they don't tell you why, because number one, it's a demo video, and number two, it's not narrated. Okay, it's just music with a cursor going back and forth like this and just clicking and doing all this kind of stuff. You know how it is on WarriorPlus, right? So my hypothesis is, my video, my opinion is that when you connect your, let's say your MailChimp account to SendValid, this will allow you to access those lists that you've built and to have those lists validated through that connection. Okay, that's the only thing I can hypothesize about. Now, if you guys want to know what it is, then you're going to have to reach out to the vendor, and hopefully they get back to you, right? Hopefully they do. You need to find out what that is. Okay, and if you do, feel free to comment down below and let other people what that feature is supposed to be about. Okay, then we have this. It's called 20 plus features. This opens up Mail Meteor right here, free email tools. And you can see all the tools that are available. Okay. Now, there was something that was missing from this dashboard, because I did, and I do, go through the training videos. All right. This is the only video that I found. Maybe they've come up with some tutorial videos, but at the time of the recording of this video, the day after the launch, this is the only video that I have. Okay. So I'm going to enlarge this because I want you to see down here on the bottom. I just showed you guys 20 features, but over here, there's settings. So they have SMTP settings, general settings, default AR, this autoresponder settings, terms and privacy, and invoice settings. So I'm not going to hypothesize what this is all about. Okay. But you know, guys, it's not here in my front end version, okay? Which leads me to believe that you're going to have to upgrade if you want to have that feature, okay? And it's probably a feature which allows you to send emails or something like that, okay? But again, they don't explain what it is. So how are you supposed to know? So if you're a beginner and you see this, you're like, what is this? How am I supposed to do this? Right? And then you have to open up support desk tickets, and maybe they're responsive to the first one, and then later on they just ghost you, right? Which is kind of typical of WarriorPlus vendors, at least the ones that I review. But anyway, that's basically it. You're just validating emails. And so some of the points that I want to bring up is, number one, do you have an email list? I brought it up earlier. Do you have an email list? I know you guys come here. I know you guys don't have an email list, okay? So this is where you have to decide, do I want to invest in something where I have no idea whether or not, you know, I need it or not? Okay. Because I can guarantee you there are other email validation tools out there, but you don't need those. Okay. I bought one a long time ago, you know, to be totally transparent. I bought one a long time ago. I bought it from AppSumo. Okay. I think I used it once. And then after that, I just decided, you know what? There's better ways to validate whether or not an email address is for real. Okay. And so I just want to talk about that. Now, if you want to have a surefire way of whether or not an email is valid, there are a couple of ways. Okay. Number one, first of all, you got to provide value. You want to build an email list, provide value. All right. Pick a niche. Find a problem that is plaguing the people in that niche. Create content that solves that problem or helps people. And that's how you're able to get people to subscribe to an email list. Okay? People are going to give you their email address if you provide them with value. That's just the bottom line. Okay? And so once you get them on the email list, there's multiple ways to validate it, okay? In the process of getting them on your email list, when somebody gets onto your landing page and they want your lead magnet, right? They want that PDF. They're like, oh man, I really, really want them to see what this is all about. When they opt in to your landing page and they enter in that precious email address and they click submit, what you can do is you can have a secondary page. So once they opt in, they get to a thank you page that says, hey, thanks, John or Joe or whoever it is, Sally. Thanks for registering. Please check your email inbox for the download link for the PDF. And that's number one way to do it. Because anybody who enters in a fake email address or a not a valid email address, they're going to be like, oh man, I got to go back, hit the back button, enter in a real email address so that I can get that link. Okay, that's one way to do it. I do it all the time, by the way. I do it all the time. Okay, the second way, which a lot of these email providers have, is a double opt-in, meaning that you can send them another email once they register to validate whether or not they want to be on your email list. And if they don't do that, if they don't click on that button in the second email that gets sent to them, or the first email that gets sent to them, then they won't be added to your list. And I know a lot of you guys are like, well, I don't want double opt-in because people have low attention spans or short attention spans. And so I want everybody on my email list, which is totally fine. But you can do it the way I said in the first example, right? Which is send them to a thank you page and redirect them back to their email inbox in order to get that link. Okay, that's number one. If you don't want to do double opt-in, you can turn it off. Some of these autoresponder platforms allow you to do that. Okay, that's another way to do it. And the last way, this is the method I use, and it's way more complex, is I use get response. I use an automation that has a lot of different triggers in it, meaning that as a person goes through my welcome sequence of emails, I'll check whether or not they opened. I'll check whether or not they clicked. I'll give them time to go through the entire welcome sequence. And by the end of it, if they have not, let's say they've not clicked on it. If I've set a parameter saying if they haven't clicked on any link in my emails that I've sent them, then remove them from the list. So I do it automatically, okay? And by doing so, the people who have clicked on my links in my emails or have opened up my emails, those are the people that I want on my email list, okay? But this is all the stuff that you learn when you start building your online business. And if you want to learn this kind of stuff, the things that you need to have a legitimate business, then check out the free Foundation and Success Blueprint. All right, guys. So that is how you can ensure that you get valid email addresses, okay? But also they talk about higher open rates. So one way you can guarantee that you're going to get a higher open rate is, number one, you got to split test your subject lines. You got to have a subject line that entices the subscriber to want to open your email, okay? That is going to be key. So that's something that you learn. And, learning, a lot of you guys, because you're on Warrior Plus, I hate to say it, you don't want to learn. You just want to buy products like this and make all this money. Okay. So, this is something that you learn. You learn over time. If you're building a legitimate business, it takes time, right? You go to the gym, you want to get, a muscular body, then you got to go to the gym. You got to go consistently. You got to put in the work, right? Same thing. Otherwise, you're never going to get to that point. Okay. So higher open rates means you got to have a good subject line. Okay. You got to have value, provide value to your subscriber. Okay, it's not only about just promoting, but you got to provide value to them. Teach them something. Engage with those people. That's when they open up their email address or their emails that you send them. All right, higher open rates. Now, for those of you guys out there who think that you need to have a large email list in order to make money, I'm gonna share with you a playlist, okay, that I made a while back. And this one is basically how I made $1,000 in 48 hours, okay? And my email list was tiny. It was really, really tiny. I think it was, if I recall correctly, it was like about 100, or it was very, very tiny. But the point being is that I had very high open rates. I had a very high deliverability rate because I engaged with my list. Okay. And you can see by watching this, you'll learn how I made $1,000 in 48 hours with a very tiny email list. Okay. And I'm going to leave a link down in the description below. Go ahead and check it out. I want to prove it to you guys that the size of your email list means nothing if they are not engaged. If you don't engage with them, if you don't provide them with value, then it really doesn't matter. Okay. So guys, one thing I also want to talk about too is they talk about this. Okay. They talk about no spam, right? And they're saying, bypass the spam folder. All right. So let me just show you this article here. It's by GetResponse. I use GetResponse. It's my autoresponder of choice. Okay. I pay for it annually, and I happily do so because these guys have made me thousands and thousands of dollars. Thank you, GetResponse. But I'm going to give you an alternative that is free. Okay, a platform that is free, and you can check that out. Okay, but basically, so Gmail and Yahoo, they have some authentication changes. All right, and it took effect in February of 2024. Okay, so this is very important. You need to know this stuff. Okay, I'm going to leave a link to this article as well. But right here are the key changes to Gmail and Yahoo's 2024 authentication. These are the key changes that you need to be aware of. Sending emails with your own custom domain. So please don't send emails using your Gmail account, okay? Please don't do that. It's very unprofessional. And with these updates, your email is not going to land in the inbox. It's going to go into the spam folder, okay? You're going to want to authenticate your emails with DKIM and DMARC. If you don't know what that is, read this article, okay? Read it. And you need to keep your spam complaints below 0.3%. Now, are people going to complain about being spammed? Some people will, okay? Even though they opted in to be on your email list, they may opt out after a while and say, you know what, I don't want any of these emails. And then when the email provider says, hey, what's the reason why you want to quit or get off this list? Some people just click on spam. They just do. It happens to me sometimes. I'm like, what are these people doing? But anyway, keep your spam complaints below 0.3%. And always allow one-click unsubscribe and honor unsubscribing requests within 2 days. That's one of the issues that I get with a lot of these WarriorPlus vendors is that once I buy a product and I'm on their email list, what these guys do is they take your email, and not all of them, not all of them do this, but some of them do. They take your email and they put it on multiple lists. They add it to multiple lists. So that way, when you unsubscribe from one, they still can email you, right? And I know because I hear people complaining to me all the time, like, man, I unsubscribe and I keep doing it, but I can never get off of their email list. It's because they add you to multiple email lists and they share your email with everyone else as well. Okay. So this article, please read it. Understand some of the reasons why your emails are going to land in the spam folder. Now, before I let you go, if you are looking for an email autoresponder and you're coming to WarriorPlus and let's say you bought one from the vendors, totally unnecessary, by the way, okay? Just go to System.io. System.io. I know you guys have heard of this before, okay? Because I'm sure people have tried to promote it to you. But if you come to System.io, they do have a free forever plan. Free forever, okay? So you can sign up for this plan. They'll give you 2,000 contacts. 2,000 contacts. Let me give you a little bit of perspective. My email list right now is probably about 2,300 right now. And I prune my list every month, meaning I go through and people who don't open or people don't click on any links, I remove them from my email list. because I don't want them on my list if they're not opening up my emails, right? Which hurts my open rate and all this kinds of stuff. So System.io gives you 2,000 free contacts. Also, you can send unlimited emails. So guys, right here, it's free. Plus, you get a funnel builder. Plus, you can start up a blog. Plus, you can create a course. You can create a community. All of this stuff for free. Why are they giving it away for free? Because their philosophy is that if we can help you get started and you can see the value of our platform, then you're going to upgrade. Okay? So they're doing you a favor by giving this to you for free. It's up to you to put in the work. And unfortunately, again, if you guys come to Warrior Plus, you don't want to put in the work, right? Which is the reason why you need to check out the free Foundation and Success Blueprint, because trust me, you're going to get some truth bombs, man. You're going to get some truth bombs and you're going to learn what it really takes to build an online business. All right, guys. So let's go back to the sales page and let's talk about this. Okay, I called it a shiny object product. It is a shiny object product. It is not necessary. You don't need this. Okay, I already told you how you can ensure that you get valid emails. I already told you how you can get higher open rates. So why would you need to buy this product? It's up to you if you want to buy it. Your money, your choice, your business, your choice. But I'm telling you right now that if you come to Warrior Plus buying tools like this, thinking that this is what you need, you're mistaken. I went through this process, the same process that you're going through, and it is totally unnecessary. You do not need this. Okay? So I hope you found this video to be helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I would greatly appreciate it. This is Ken Furukawa from kenfurukawa.com, and I'll see you in my next video.